everybody. As you know, this term, our topic is growing and living. So we're going to be looking at all of the things that we can see that are growing and living. Now, this is the perfect time of year to be doing that because the season that we're in at the moment is spring. And in spring, there are so many things that have just started growing and living. And you might be able to see signs of them when you look out of your window or when you go on your daily exercise. I know I've been looking, especially in my garden, at all of the lovely things that have been growing thanks to all the lovely sunshine we've been having. I've had to water my garden because there hasn't been any rain, but I don't mind because I love the sunshine. What a lovely spring we've been having. So today our book is called Look, Look, Look Again. Now it's not a storybook. So if it's not a storybook, if it's not fiction, then it must be an information book, non-fiction. This story is all about looking at signs of spring. Look, look, look again, spring, written by Warden. Wow, what an interesting book. Can you see this hole that's cut out here? This hole is for you to look through. It's showing you a little bit of the picture that's on the next page, and it's asking you to guess what you think is going to be on that picture. Have a little look and see. What do you think is going to be on the picture in the next page? It says, as nature wakes up after the icy cold winter, we see tiny little buds on the plants and trees uncurling, so they're like waking up. There are birds busily building nests and little lambs jumping in the fields. Spring is a time to dance in the sunshine and feel the sun's gentle warmth on our backs. We watch nature's first bright colours appear as daffodils emerge and look up into the trees covered in pastel blossoms. So pastel colours are really light colours, so like light purple, light pink, light blue. It's a really wonderful time to be outside. Right, let's have a little look and see if you were right. Did you guess that? It's some trees. Where do you think these trees might be? Maybe they're in a forest. Maybe they're in a park. I'm sure there are lots of trees in your local area. I've been going for lots of lovely walks in Pollock Park as part of my daily exercise, and there are lots of beautiful trees just like this in Pollock Park. On this page, we're having a closer look at the leaves on the tree. Now, leaves are so interesting. This part of the leaf here, this big flat part, which we usually just call the leaf, is actually called the leaf blade. This bit down the middle here, this kind of stalk, is actually called the petiole. Now this stalk is what attaches the leaf blade to the stem, to the branch of the tree. These little lines here are called veins, just like the veins in your body. Now, if the veins in your body bring blood that is pumped from your heart all around your body, what do you think the veins in the leaf do? What do they bring to the leaf from the stem? You've probably guessed it. They bring all the food for the leaf. So all of the water that the tree draws up through its roots goes up through the trunk into the stem, down the petiole and through the veins to feed the leaf. It brings all of the lovely nutrients from the soil to keep the leaf growing and to keep it nice and green. This is the first activity that it suggests you do in the book. It says, why don't you sit outside with a family member in the cool shade and look at the spring sunshine and look at how it warms the earth. So you can see that by just looking at how the sun is glowing on all of the plants and leaves around. It's making them nice and warm. It says, can you touch the soft green leaves and feel just how soft they are? You could stand under a tree and look at the patterns that the leaves make on the ground. You could lay a white sheet on the ground to see the light and the shadows dancing around. You could make a den and you could sit in the den, maybe even on a rainy day. You could listen to the sound that the rain makes as it pitter-patters on the top of your den. You could create a shadow sheet inside your den to watch the silhouettes. You could dance outside on a spring day and watch your shadows move. You could watch as animals scurry across the leaves above your head. Spot the holes that the bugs have eaten. You could create a shadow dance outside on a sunny day and chase your shadows. Wow, lots of ideas for activities there. Have a look through the looky hole. What do you think you can see? Have you guessed it? It was a house on a street. But why are we looking at a street? Well, we're looking for signs of spring. We're looking for things that are growing. So I can see a few signs of spring. I can see some lovely green leaves here. And I can see one of my most favourite things about spring. I can see some blossom trees. Now, there are lots of blossom trees in Pollock Shields. If you just go for a walk around, people have them in their gardens, they're in the parks, lots in Maxwell Park. So go for a walk today and you could see some blossom trees. Let's have a little bit of a closer look at the blossom. Wow, so beautiful. So sometimes you might get pink blossoms, sometimes you get white blossom, sometimes purple blossom. So soon, this blossom, the petals, the lovely flowers that you see, the blossom will fall off the tree. And from late spring to autumn, the tree's leaves will become green. Some cherry blossom trees will produce small fruit. So they'll grow small fruit, which becomes food for birds and small animals. Oh, lucky them. So this part of the book gives us some ideas of what to do with the flowers and the buds. And it talks about a bud being really, really small and then opening up to become a flower. So just like the blossom starts as a bud and then the sun shines and it gets lots and lots of lovely rainwater and it starts to open up into the beautiful blossom flower. So lots of these activities are about starting really small and then opening up just like a flower. The first activity, it says, is why don't you collect some petals and make petal perfume? So you collect up the petals and in a little jar or a pot or maybe a little bottle that you've saved, you can mix the petals with some water to make petal perfume. On here you can see on the picture, these children have labelled their perfume. They've written what it is. So maybe it's blossom perfume, maybe it's petal perfume, and they've put a price tag on it. So you could sell it to your family and friends. It says you could design a shelf to put the mixtures on. The next activity, it says, is you could talk about being wrapped up and cosy and warm. How does that feel? Why don't you have a go at wrapping yourself up in a blanket and read a book? Or curl up really small and then really slowly stretch out, just like a bud growing into a flower. You could play hide and seek in the bushes. You could make a den and curl up inside. You could find a teeny tiny space and hide inside. You could collect lots of objects like rocks or leaves or sticks or stones or shells, and you could wrap them up. You could go for a walk to see if you can see any other buds and leaves, and you could take a photograph of a bud that you have in water every day to show how it opens up. So you take a photo of it on the first day, it would probably be closed. Take a photo the next day, has it opened up anymore? Take a photo the next day, has it opened up anymore? And the next day, has it opened up anymore? Has it opened up into a flower? How many days did it take to do that? Try to roll up leaves and make them really, really small, like a bud. There's some really, really interesting activities there, and I hope you have fun making your perfume. Now, there's lots of activities in this book, and it would take a really long time to get through all of them, so we're going to leave it there for today. But I hope you had fun, and I hope you enjoy doing some of the activities at home. If you do them, make sure you send me some pictures. I'd love to see them. Have a lovely rest of the afternoon and enjoy the sunshine. See you soon.